Okay, Shannon, put us on the record, please.
Okay.
This is a matter of Metcalf versus Metcalf. It appears that both parties are present, along with Mr. Campbell, who represents the plaintiff. And I understand this has become a pro-con. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Metcalf, would you raise your right hand, please? You do solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
You can put your hand down now. State your full name, please.
Amanda Sue Metcalf.
Go ahead, Mr. Campbell.
Yes, Ms. Metcalf, you contacted my office seeking information on a divorce. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then at that time, we put together what was a complaint for divorce. Is that correct?
Yes. Correct.
And at that time, we were doing that. You had been a resident of the county of Jackson for at least 10 days. Is that correct?
Correct.
And you've been a resident of the state of Michigan for at least 180 days?
Correct.
All right. And do you recall signing that complaint for divorce?
I do. Yes.
And when you signed the complaint, were all the statements true?
Yes, they were.
And are they still true today?
Yes, they are.
And in the complaint, you stated there had been a breakdown of the marriage relationship, so the objects of matrimony had been destroyed and there remained no reasonable likelihood the marriage could be preserved. Was that true when you signed the complaint?
Yes, I did.
And is that true today?
Yes, it is.
And there are 2 children born by you and the defendant during the marriage. Is that correct?
Correct.
And at this current time, are you pregnant?
No.
And do you believe there's any chance of reconciliation?
No.
All right. No further questions, Your Honor.
I'm satisfied, based upon the proofs, that there has been a breakdown in the marriage with no possibility of reconciliation. I will grant the judgment of divorce. I do have a proposed judgment of divorce in front of me. Ms. Metcalf, can you confirm that you have signed and approved this judgment?
Yes, I have signed it. And I agree.
Mr. Metcalf, can you confirm that you have signed and approved this proposed judgment of divorce?
Yes.
Your Honor, if I may interject.
Yeah, I don't see his signature on
Yeah,
it.
Mr. Metcalf never signed it. This is if you recall, I know you have a lot of cases. We were here last month and Metcalf failed to appear. I put together a default judgment. My client and I signed off on it as well as front of the court because we didn't believe Mr. Metcalf was going to be here today because he hadn't shown up at any of the other proceedings.
I didn't get any of them. I did sign it and send it in by mail. And I've been in treatment also, so that's why I didn't show up last month.
You were out.
So, Mr. Metcalf, I have a proposed judgment of divorce being entered by default as a result of you being in default. It grants a decree of divorce. It provides for joint legal custody of the children. That means the ability to make decisions concerning their schooling and medical care, etc., every important decision. It grants primary physical custody to the mother. It grants you parenting time on alternating weekends from Friday after school or work until Sunday at 6 p.m. Holidays and breaks pursuant to the friend of the court handbook, reasonable rights of parenting time. Midweek parenting time every Wednesday from after school or work until 8 p.m. There's a lot of routine provisions, provides for child support consistent with what's already been ordered by the friend of the court.
Yes, sir.
as a temporary order. Again, some standard provisions. Ms. Metcalf gets to keep the vehicle in her possession. You get to keep the vehicle that's in your possession. Apparently, there's still payments due on the vehicle that you have, and you're the one that's going to be solely responsible for those payments. You've each been awarded whatever bank accounts that you have in your own name. Any joint accounts that have funds remaining will be closed and divided equally. You're each responsible for whatever debts you have in your own name, and you're required to indemnify the other party in case somebody comes after them for payment. Looks like you've already divided your personal property, but there is provision, if you haven't, for exchanging whatever remaining property there is to be divided. Yeah, neither of you own any real estate, correct?
No.
Correct.
No spousal support. Any life insurance that might exist on the life of the other is terminated in the sense that you wouldn't be able to receive any benefits out of a life insurance on your wife, and vice versa. She couldn't receive any for you. And again, more general provisions. Do all of those provisions appear to be fair and equitable to you, Mr. Metcalf?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I'm satisfied after reading them. This is a fair and balanced judgment of divorce, essentially treating the parties equally, other than the custody arrangement, which they've found acceptable. So I do find that the provisions regarding custody and parenting time are reasonable and in the best interest of the children. I am now going to sign the judgment of divorce. And you folks are officially divorced. Did either of you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
No, thank you.
All right. Mr. Campbell, we'll make sure that copy gets sent to you so that both parties can be served.
All right. Appreciate that, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
You
Have a
too.
good
Thank
day.
you.